Welcome back to SnowRunner. Let's do another job of lumber and timber. We have to deliver long logs and medium logs, so we are going to be rather busy. And that is a good thing, right? You know, money doesn't flow out of doing nothing. So off we go, off we go. Okay, that's a deep little mud patch right over there that I desperately want to avoid though. Although this truck can handle this load, I would say, but it still will be beneficial that we will avoid it, right? Now, I think, yeah, okay, this version can also have the long log attachment, which is a very good thing. Timber! Delivered to the sawmill. It's kind of interesting how far it actually is away from the location that we are at. It is right over there. But it makes sense, right, you know, because, how to say, right, you know, wood has to grow after all. It's only a shame that the roads here are not intact at all. I'm just going to take the highway as soon as possible. That means that I'm going to go left and then directly right where the little hippie bus is. And then there's the highway. The mud might be a little bit of a difficult approach right there, but we have, of course, a winch. Yeah, not so bad. I don't want to sink in too deep. Oh, boy. So I'm trying to off-road a little bit. And hopefully it might work, right? Because this place we really slow down to a crawl. Yeah. Destroying some trees there in the progress. Why not? Why not? Why not? And off we are. Now, oh boy. Okay, we really have to drive towards it, of course, before we are tipping over. Sweet. Yeah, that is something that we really have to be careful about, right? We do need something with a little bit more power, and we don't have a lot of power though. Well, wait a minute, we kind of do. You know what? We actually might try out one of my older trucks, because I think they got an upgrade, right, in the engine department. I'm not 100% sure, because Wisconsin, I believe, is also one of the regions that we have to go to for the upgrades. But if they do, it might actually make a world of difference, right? But then again, their tires? Difficult choices left and right, I suppose. Yeah, this is always fun, by the way. A little rock, a little pebble is in the way. There you go. A very little pebble, right? Oh yeah. Come on, boys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Now there are some other pebbles here and there. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Come on. Thank you. Right where we need it. Oh, we make it. Yep, we made it. Oh my, oh my. Oh, well, we made it almost. Let's just freeze it over here. That means that we can just grab it like that. Oh yeah. Well, the boulder was rather big though, right? You know, so I give it that. We are still dragging it with us. It's a big boy though, it's a big boy, but there was nothing we could do about it, right? You know, we could not just push it away or whatsoever. It was really right where we had to go. Because on the right side we had some other ones that were just as big. It's a difficult haul, but we are making it. Oh yeah. Better stay in the low gear. Low gear, it just pushes on though. Low gear minus might even be quicker. No, it doesn't has the strength. It doesn't has the power than just normal low gear. Interesting though. We are learning every day a little bit more. And once the angle is steadying out, let's go into high gear if we can. But first automatic, low gear plus though. Now we can go into automatic. Yes, now we have the speed. Alrighty. You have a lot of big timber around here already though, but man, the order is just to keep going, right, you know. Maybe they are special trees. Maybe a red fern or something. Off we go. Perfection. Whoopa. Now let's go and find a new truck, well, a different truck, maybe one of our old school ones. And maybe they have an engine upgrade. That would be very nice to see the difference, to feel the difference maybe. Alright, so this is one of the more stranger looking trucks though, I will have to say. But it had the diff lock always on, and that kind of tempted me away from the other one. If this one doesn't work out, we will just choose another one though, right? You know, and of course, it had what we do have right now in the back too, and not all of them have that attachment, right? You know, so that's a negative though for the other trucks in this particular job. But what I have to say though is that I'm really surprised that it doesn't have an all-wheel drive. Which is interesting. As you can see, the front ones are not hauling. Which is bad. And that is an understatement, right? Which is very, very bad, but we are doing rather fine. It has some special tires too. We don't have them equipped. It's special tires for this Mack or whatever it's called, right? You know? Hoppa. I believe it's called the Mack though. Here stands M111CK. So yeah. Oh my god, even above there. It's Mack. Yep. It is hauling though through it, which is nice. But the front wheels could have done a lot more though if it had all-wheel drive installed. Yeah, this is not doing wonders though. I find it so interesting that the difference is just so big though. I love that. Even though this engine right now has an S tier, you know, by strength and whatever, it is just not doing the job. And that is good information for you and for me. So it will only be more difficult though, right? You know, once we do have some heavy load on the back. I'm not sure how we will manage, but there's only one way to do, and to find it out is just by doing it. Well, moment of truth, my boys. Moment of truth. Here we go. This truck would have been so much more though if they would have an all-wheel drive installed to it. I'm not sure if it is, wow, I cannot even get out of my words. If it is even possible though with a truck like this, I would say it's only one of those, what do you call it? Acceleration drives, right? The one that is spinning there, as you can see. I think that will do a lot though for it, right? You know, with a differential lock drive or all-wheel drive exchange to it. I forgot the word of it though, but I think you know what I mean, right? You know, the gear switch, so that it is driving both front and back. Could have been much more, but we will see. So far it is not hell on earth though, right? You know, but it can just change within a second or two. Just trying to avoid some heavy mud, like we technically always should. And while we are here, I kind of want to plan the route. This I like. This is a pain in the rear. So I might actually be going further this way, right? This will be a little bit too much, I might say. Although safe. Let's just avoid it. Let's just go for the shorter one, the more direct one, and see how it goes. Hopefully we don't fly through the ice though. Oh yeah, the struggles are real. But for that we have an extended medium, advanced medium wrench. So we can reach way further if we have to. And as you can see, we definitely have to though, huh? But it's just a balancing game with this truck so far on this zone. And I'm happy with it though. I am happy with it. Although it just slows down everything to a crawl. It gives you time to reflect and think about other things, right? So that's not a bad thing. I'm kind of curious how far is the extent of this. We cannot reach that to the right. Or we can. Once we go downhill, I will check the range of this advanced medium. But I had a feeling like we do need that, right? The truck doesn't look too heavy to me though. It kind of looks like a Playmobil truck. But it has its charms. But yeah, extended range was the key. Now let's see. Right over here. It has a decent size though, decent length. Wow, I'm impressed. I am really impressed with it. Ooh, yeah. Just some balancing act here over the ice with some heavy cargo on the back. Just continuing the force forward. And of course here, the little slowpoke hill. But the problem is though, right, you know, we are just out of testing in a moment, right, you know. That's the ice, easy glide. Then we have the highway. I still did not see any wolf eyes though, so Alaskan might be a little bit too cold for the wolves. In this game at least. I know that there are some real wolves in Alaska. Some bears and stuff, right? You know, just your normal stuff. Normal North American animals. Oh yeah, it's really gliding because of the weight from the back, but now it's pushing it up though. It has its benefits. Oh, let's be careful on the road though. Beautiful, right? So atmospheric. The little flocks of snow falling down through the old lamps up in the sky. Just smashing against a little windscreen. Oh. Are we really stuck here? Wow. Got me impressed. Maybe low gear for a little bit more power. At least the rock is on the side there. There he is. Oh! Oh! We almost went for it anyways. Oh yeah. This was not easy either with the Voron though. For some reason, this one goes through it. Probably because of the engine strength though. Even though it has less grip, because of no all-wheel drive, it just keeps on hauling because of the engine strength. So it has its ups and downs. I mean, that is just fascinating, right? So everything is rather well balanced, I would say. What do I like the most? A well-balanced thing, you know, like I can use through situations that I mostly am going through, you know. So I would say if I had to choose between this one and the Voron, I would choose the Voron. Beautiful one night haul delivery. Awesome job. Thanks for your help. You're more than welcome though. Now we have done everything for the GR Enterprise on the first map. Drilling supplies, cargo container and medium pipes have to be delivered into the middle of the map. And we just have to grab it from there. So this will not be a haul too difficult, I might say. We have to pull one up there, there and there. At least one of them, I suppose, could be from the warehouse or this warehouse, and the other one to the port. I believe the cargo container could be from the port though. Let's activate the big boy. This is kind of cool though, right? So we transformed to Mack a little bit better. You know, like a cabin protector we have installed, a roof rack, for some extra well repairs, and you know, gasoline, which is awesome. And we have a 3-slot backpack though. Container. The problem is though, can we still haul another trailer with it? If so, it would be really nice. I sort of thought about that before, so I could do everything in one haul maybe, which is wishful thinking at this point, to be honest, right? But I'm getting curious about it anyways. There's a trailer that we can actually check it out with if it's possible. Now we want to find a way. Could go here, which is a very difficult route. Could go here, which is a very difficult route there. Oh, we just go over here again, the dreadful place. I think that's how it's supposed to be, huh? Yep, we have no other choice. So yeah, how cool is that, huh? Looking one way to your cup of coffee, and then going off-road, tipping all over the place. Beautiful, right? Beautiful stuff. Now, actually, let's place the anchors down. Okay, all 4 of them are working, which is nice. What I kind of want to try, though, is... Speedway does not work. Alright, that is a shame. Just place you right there for now. I kind of have a feeling like we might actually be able to do it in this way, which is great. Come on, just pull it upright. And like a little toy that it might be. What are we doing here? No. No. It's not a little toy. Forgive me then. Wow. Restore crane. I kind of wanted to tip it over a little bit further though, but it is what it is though. Let's see. We could technically do it right away though. Yeah, I should just have let loose. But yeah, the crane is a little bit too long for what I wanted it to do, so we were pulling up a heavy truck though, although it is not so heavy as some other ones. Still heavy. But maybe we can push it forward in this way. Unless the brakes are on, right, you know? Nah, we cannot. We have to reposition our entire truck then. Okay then. Let's just try it this way. I don't want to anchor it yet, or if I mean, you know, get it off the anchor or restore the crane. Stop engine. Change truck. Remove cargo. Aha, we cannot just put it there yet because it's not really well in the back. All right. Go. There you go. All right, job well done. Let's move on though. And this time, eyes on the road, I would say. Ooh, eyes on the road. Literally. By the way, we have to go that way. Alright, we have not taken this route before, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful about it all. Oh yeah. Every time I open my mouth, right, you know, it's just like I'm getting stuck here or there. It just does not change at all, right? But yeah, this is the difference between front wheel drive and none. Especially if we are getting buried in here. Come on, pull it up. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There we go. Still getting stuck everywhere. Let's do manual instead of automatic pulling here and there. There we go. But yeah, seriously though, every time that we are hauling and I'm opening my mouth, we are getting stuck or something weird is happening. Alright, let's go and into the low gear. We might manage this though. This is not too deep as you can see. There we go. Booyah. And let's see though if we can actually collect or carry. I cannot even go through my words right now, as you can clearly hear, right? But let's see if we can actually haul something with a trailer attached with this long bed though. What do you guys think? I mean, it is quite stretched down there though, right? You know, so it is probably possible. At the trailer. Wow, we truly can. All right, respect there though. Let's go to the Voron and let's see how that one feels. Moment of the truth. We already had a nice test though in comparison. Okay, that was my mistake for being in high gear. Easy mode though, huh? With all-wheel drive. What a difference. Wow. We did not lose a minute or two. Much respect for the Voron again. Even here, it's just hauling. There's no stopping this thing, man. Absolutely. The only thing that stops this Voron is actually the oversized cargo or overweight cargo, especially with a trailer, because we don't have the engine power for that, sadly, though. But one day we will. Kind of feels awesome, by the way, right? That you don't have something so overpowered or directly from the get-go. Although I have the Voron a little bit early, but it just feels rewarding to actually move on without a snail space, but without being too overpowered either, right? But even though you might get there, you know, it just feels rewarding in the progress that this game has right now. Good to know I've got someone I can trust to get things done. Thanks, partner. You're welcome, big boy. You are welcome. Now, all of this is done. And the Blackbird has to be done. Fire in a barrel. Hello there. Our client, a port service, wants us to deliver a shipment of fuel. Take the barrels, drive to the port, and show me your worth. The expense. Well, we are totally worth the expense. This is a very easy haul. So I will see you guys in a little second. I kind of wonder though, is he sleeping upstairs in the gas station or in the trailer? What do you guys think, huh? I think he's actually sleeping in the trailer, or maybe that's his relaxing place right now with TV and all, because up there seems to be a little bit cramped, although a little bit warmer at the same time. What would you do? I think I would take the trailer. Yeah, a little bit more cozy though than an attic, right? Well, here we are. Very easy, very simple delivery. A little bit of fuel, but everything can go wrong when I start to say the word easy. I have to say the hippie car needs to be placed somewhere else rather soon though, because it's really making the right side superior muddy. I'm going to be very busy though, you know, putting all the trucks back rather soon, because there are not a lot of other missions around, right? We are working now for this last company that has a couple of missions in this region, and then we will see what comes next. Oh, a different zone, obviously. So there will be a lot of transport, but I really do hope though it has a garage, right? You know, Drummond Island really was the little bane of my existence for a little while, because we did not have all the upgrades for the Voron that we have right now. So if I could do it again, yeah, I would upgrade the Voron first before I would go to Drummond Island. But then again, I would have lost the adventure, the experience. And here we are. Well, ain't you Mr. King of the Road? Not bad at all. It ain't easy living this far north, but there's plenty of work for a gritty driver like you. Exactly, man. We are not short on jobs here. A floating drill, all-rig salvage semi-trailer. Okay. Ah. It's the big one, right? Off-road truck is recommended and saddle high is required. good job for the next time. So I will see you guys then. Stay happy, stay healthy, and don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful time though. Bye bye.